Today we're talking advanced manufacturing stocks that I think will be making big moves in 2014. Hi fools, I'm Steve Heller, and jumping right in, my first pick, 3D Systems. It's a leader, or if not the leader, in 3D printing because it's one of the most diversified players out there. The reason being, it's a serial acquirer. It's acquired more than 40 companies in the last 3 years alone, and it has no plans to slow down at this point. I mean, in the last 2 months alone, the company will have made nearly 24 product announcements between CES and Euromode 2013, which happened back in December. CES is happening now. So this company is really trying to advance its position and its leadership in 3D printing, which it believes right now is at a crossroads, and we're really reaching that unprecedented opportunity which 3D Systems is actively pursuing. So definitely the news flow out of 3D Systems will be huge, and definitely watch for new product announcements and how they continue to solidify 3D Systems' leadership position in this space, and how everything just correlates and benefits 3D Systems over the long term. My second pick is Proto Labs. It's often confused with 3D printing, but actually it's a traditional manufacturer in a rapid manufacturer's body. So what I mean by that is it uses traditional manufacturing processes like CNC machining, milling, injection molding, and with software automation, it actually streamlines the process so that the end user can upload a 3D design file and have a finished product within 1 to 15 business days of submitting that file, which is pretty tremendous. It's actually meant for short order runs, manufacturing runs, say 10,000 items or less. So really an interesting player in the space. There's really, in terms of competitive positioning, there's no real other publicly pure play rapid manufacturer that uses traditional advanced manufacturing processes that it can compete with. So going forward, what I really think investors should watch out for is who they pick for their succeeding CEO. Right now, the current CEO built the company from a $1 million a year company to an over $100 million a year company. That's in terms of revenue. Now they're looking to pass over the baton to the next CEO that hopefully builds the company from a $100 million plus a year company to a $1 billion company. So looking for somebody with that enterprise level expertise. I really like Proto Labs because of its positioning. I don't think that 3D printing is really stepping on its toes too much yet, and I think that this company has a long runway for growth because it really opens up the manufacturing space to a lot more people than ever before. So my third and final pick is General Electric, and I know what you're thinking. General Electric is pretty much a proxy for the Dow Jones, and in many ways you're right about that. I mean, it's a huge company. I don't really expect a big move in terms of stock-wise, but what I do expect are big developments in how it implements 3D printing technology into its manufacturing operations. And what I mean by that is the company is investing tens of millions of dollars in its aviation space to have 3D printing meet its level of manufacturing scale. The company is trying to 3D metal print some LEAP engine fuel nozzles, actually 45,000 of them a year, so not just some, quite a few actually. It's also working with the concept of open collaboration and letting the community solve engineering problems with 3D printing. So they recently held a contest to redesign a jet engine bracket which holds a jet to the wing of an engine to the community, reimagine it for 3D printing from traditional casting. And what they came up with, they had over nearly 700 submissions in about 55 countries across the world, and the winner was able to reduce the weight of the traditional bracket by reimagining it with 3D printing by nearly 84%. So what GE is doing, they're really leveraging the power of the community to help solve some of the biggest challenges in aviation. And I think that is a tremendous thing to keep an eye on because they're one of the leaders in advancing 3D printing going forward. So the key takeaway for investors here, thanks to the rise in 3D printing, manufacturing is essentially becoming cool again. A lot of people are keeping their eyes on manufacturing. A lot of people are starting to think about manufacturing in new ways because of the advent of 3D printing. And I think that these three companies will be great to watch over the next year and will likely outperform over the long term, the next 5 to 10 years going forward. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Steve Heller, and Fool on.